Sorry about that anyway, nothing to do with me. Here we have now the plan. Ahead of time. Again. This all has to go. I had to avoid these 3 routes. Three routes and all. But this little tree now, if I show you these things. A nice perspective there, just turned on its side like that, and I said I'll get a bit more in as these things there's that there. That there looks closer than it is. The jar if it was anyway. Very important. I kept it like that. There's the jar. Now these things. These things. Are just matter-of-factual pest. Today is your matter-of-factual pest. Matter-of-factual pest. Matter-of-fact. Fucking pest. Get out, you fucking collective farm. See the way I know if I do it with a shovel and spade. Jeffrey's not land here. Jeffrey has no life with us, you see. I said, for example, fucking, what a fucking dick, you know. Spud Fluff life, Spud Fluff head of a life, believes his own understandings, or perhaps on as if he can be like. It's not possible to like them. It's not possible that they can be liked. After a point in time and terms, this is my knowledge is in life. Didn't even notice myself moving that. But I'm not digging a grave. That's how low the communication in Ireland gets about what they built as a criminal knob shit. He said, that's all this is now. Looking for something else. The next fucking spike in life. And I said, they didn't think of me turning it all over. To such a great degree. And I said, maybe it's just a case of trying to leave a path. Case of leaving a path to get around. And I suppose that's all it was, like a checkered affair. And I said, it's not so often that I would ever talk about those things to the best of honest nature and life. But ruining the buzz by trying this collective farming agency in that food. Food is food, you know. Failed farming methods of the past include planting slices of spuds and so on. Planting slices of spuds, wedges of spuds. We said we had them as a relic, yeah? Planting slices of spuds or something. Could have gone again and again and again, that's the theory. It's only the dead that has this. That's all this was. They said that I think it's just dinner gossip, something like that. Dinner gossip's gonna be nice, you know. If you don't get anything done, you don't get anything done. The little about it was just to be sport, you know. If you don't get anything done, you don't get anything done. I've already handed over this to bird. So that's a bird's perch. Stop there if you didn't know what I was on about. Just taking, I turn over the soil like that and they try to fake me like some kind of a foreign viceroy or something, some foreign executive, and I said they're separate from the soil as actions. I said it's really a failed mentality, as Ireland is a failed mentality. The most embarrassing rejoinder, if that's not okay. They said no, an embarrassing but that's wrong. They said you can only think of them in terms of the way they talk about Emma from the Leaving Cert, or a fellow from the Leaving Certificate. You have to talk about them. And so they try and pose what they understand, what they're trying to understand about life. That's wrong. They impose a quality of vision. That's wrong. And you tell them it's wrong, and they're there wondering what to impose you as, or where as proletariat to think of you, or to talk about you in what particular capacity. Oh, you're only a foreigner digging up the soil for the quality of vision, is it? No. You're only a fucking agent, is it? Yeah, he is, yeah. Foreigners, he said. In a day when it was changing, and it was easier. In those days it was easier to understand with them. And the simpler things, they weren't imposing anything. And now they're blaming Europe. What's imposing itself is time. They said they made no fucking effort. And they said it's like whitewash over the cracks. And he said, no, we moved rather than paint the house. And he said, and then they did it up, and then they said, right, that's that there, and then they went to image again, and it goes, shiny stupid. Shiny stupid, and then they have their own ideology. Things go on about why those things are. Why those things are important. Simpler things. The simpler things are that these things are important, you know. Those things are the deeper workings of the soil. Now, if I went into white, he said, that might not get the partner. I could have said, I was thinking about those things, the more basic factors of life when I was doing some of this. And so I have to work to this unnatural rhythm in time and rhythm of life about what goes on about these things not being forever, you know. These things being forever. Like those things being forever. And they said, life, getting all this stuff out makes it easier for the deeper battle in things, in that extreme factors are, extreme factors are all this stuff here in the undergrowth. All those stuffed things in the undergrowth make it difficult for other things to take their part in time. And they said, it's like what seed is chosen next is what seed is chosen next. And the world turns on, and the CD player isn't dealing with the world turning. But the amount of stuff, he said, the amount of stuff that comes out of the soil in time means, like this for example, was the turning of the world as a stone. And they said these things like those things there is all I have. That's what this told me, is that they'll rotate this. That's what the blue means. Because in there he said sorry maybe. I'll just break up the sods and they turn it over, rosavating and all. Rosavating, turning these things over with an electric device. And I said it's not the same, you know. It's like it's easier to turn over a lawn with grass. Look at the soldier that came out of the soil, commando style. It's easier to turn over a lawn with heavy grass on the front. Heavy grass on the front. And they said heavy grass on the front. For example, appearance of the lawn is thick, and you can turn it over. There's another one of those. You're able to turn it over. You're able to turn it over. Easier with a rotavator. Now they said at the end of the day, they are pro rotavators. The rotavator would just be stolen here. There's no actual comeback. There's no actual comeback. Because yeah, they will come back to that stolen rotavator. You'd never get it back. And they said I find all these bits of soil evolution maggots, and they said all that shite is just as life goes on. It's like one of those live recordings. All that shite is live going on. And they said live. Live. And they said I was only trying to cut this, turn this over or something. was only trying to turn it over for the reasons like so, like this, like this. So it's worth more than 40 a ton, you know. It would be best to say these things that's the last, like that. Like this is what I was working then. For some reason, this all has to come up again for some kind of sake of soil uniformity. Even in nature can sing so inconsequently here. In all sense, so utterly standardized. This is gold. That one needs its gold. second it'll go off, obviously, because I go in that there dirt. But type of gold, you know. They call it white gold, they don't. Without roots it is. There's a pleasant look over there now. About this kind of symmetry, and that everything wants up. It's like a symmetry in that it's all growing together, and everything wants to go up. Everything wants to go up. There's a bit of gold in here, I think. Way down though. I'll be down 80 metres at one stage, you know. But I won't have an income then. It's going to waste my fucking time, you know. I've seen the portal through it again, and it said, for example, the pigeon closed the portal like this now. That portal is fucking closed. Only kick through, feet through, see what dust off, but only in the spirit world now. There's one way of putting it, but it's also eternal life. About I'm not casting shadow now because my energy put that stone there, and I said I can press it like that as a brand of aging, but that's like those things. for example, the portal's closed. The portal, the stone is inconsequential now. Cars are driving, people are walking, cars are driving, people will be sitting, but the sun went. It's the only way I got the portal at that time. To be, when I said that's all I get done today, because I'm not so concerned about this now, all the way. The factors, there's nothing I can do. Very little April planting, most of it's March planting, and I said there's not a lot I can do, but take up that portal line anyway again, with just another strip, this strip here, and these factors. The lesser amount of goings on that was here in this now. All these slices of spuds Carmel was planting. Appellation, we said, appellation of the city in terms, hermaphroditic shite. Supposed to get on with these dead the Irish now. They always push the Irish image. But it's the type of shite that fucking... You know what I mean? Quality of vision. It's only great effort that's going to get this stone up. For example, all this stuff. They're the failed excursions earlier. Apparently we're not supposed to put the fold backwards, he said. It doesn't come up too well. Concrete bits. Seriously, the concrete wasn't there far enough. So as far as then that goes, all I got done here. That's all I got done. For example, that fucking day. Just that day. Well, as they might say on Japanese tea, maybe you've eaten some of the bits and pieces from that garden since. You know. This is the next project there. Yesterday. It is, I don't care what's in those pots now myself. They might. They're not good in something either. I just have to turn this over now so that the avocado seed is not harmed, yeah? So that the avocado can grow. How's it turning over then? We'll continue that. Then they say, those are the things there. It wasn't anything to do with red ponytails. The thing, it was these things now. I have soybeans in this. And they said those things are as simple as life goes. They said life turns out a cavalcade, I want to say. And they said life has its ultimate meanings. And they said you can't fool yourself with some things. Other things you can talk out loud and it makes sense to yourself. And they said, yeah, I'm on camera, I'm turning the soil on camera. I had something in there from my perspective earlier on. Perspective, the way I'd look, the way I'd see. And they said, okay, so I'm off camera, I'm turning this soil, and as I explained in the language earlier on, I'm only the stuffs at a later time. And the point of turning the soil is the beginning, let's say. But the point is, you know you can fool yourself into other things and believing that I went to the stock again. And they said later is those things. Later is those things. about why the stalk is, not the root. And they said it's about overground. And they said we're supposed to talk to this guy about the East German State Farms, and they denied the calendar. And they said because I believe that's what they are. A bit of red Lego was all it was. So I found that bit of red Lego. Different bit of red Lego. And they said there's the magic that went into that. The red Lego was missing. Because the heroin was wrecking our heads, you know. But the heroin users were wrecking our heads. They're possessing the birds and all. I said, I've been looking for this hand tool again. And they said, the soybean said, has it another few days. Another few days, is that there? Let's see now. So we have the perspective thing. No, he said, let's say it was the red or the pink bucket I moved in. There's a few of them, they'll all be collecting water. And then the tin cans will all be put in a bag until those tin cans will rust. And they said those tin cans will rust further with milk in it. And they said I can move that again. And Moses came in. Just say. Moses came in and he said, what happened? Yeah, I got drenched. Well, Moses came in and the man said, jeez, what happened? Yeah, I got soaking wet, got drenched. Why did you get drenched? I was trying to walk on water, he says. Is it a gang, is it? No, he said, I was looking around. And we knew that about Jesus. He said, it was the worst joke I've ever known. He said, I knew that Moses was apparently before Jesus and all. And he said, yeah, was it a gang? Yeah, I just got drenched, yeah. Is it a gang though? Yeah, I was trying to get the Jews out. I said, did they have documents? What Jews? No. Trying to get the Jews away, I was drenched. I couldn't say. It was the older days and shites. And he said, couldn't say. We spent so much time over substantiating the scenario. They couldn't do anything. They said they were more gruff and they were more absolutely totally and only simple and brown. He said they might have had kebabs, but that was all it was. Absolutely totally simple and complex shites and big gruff muscles and all. And we were over substantiating the scenario, we'll say. So Moses came in as one of these absolutely windswept kind of guys and all. He's drenched, absolutely drenched to the skin. And he was of an older age, 1,500 before Jesus, Paddy says. He was of an older age. And he wasn't as slender, big, fucking gruff character, drenched. Was it a gang, is it? And he says, no, I was trying to get the Jews to Egypt. Let's say no. He said, let's say I didn't know the Bible. I was trying to get the Jews out of Egypt. They were being chased. And he said, okay, we're being chased out of Egypt by the Egyptians. We're trying to get the Jews away. So you're the Exodus, is it? How'd you know that? And he said, they reported him then. He said, we're reporting this gang called the Exodus. And he said, the Jews, was it? And he said, the Exodus gang. He said, so they come in looking for Moses anyway. Moses was sitting there it was later, and Moses was a bit dry and all the salt in his hair, salt matted hair. And he's sitting there, and he said, he's sitting there, I think it was like, not over substantiate the point, I think it was like the olden days wanting us to tell this properly. It was like Moses' age. He said, yeah, I was sitting there, I felt like it was Poseidon. Christ, now am I Poseidon of the Exodus gang? He says he doesn't know what he is. Moses, is it? No, Poseidon, I thought it was. And he gets away, the police left. And he said the Romans were in for you then. The Romans were up for you. They said you told the police your name was Poseidon. I felt like Poseidon who led the sea. And he said, why? Because I parted the Red Sea and we got away. And the troops are all dead now. And he said, Christ, so there's no one in Egypt. There's no one in Egypt till we take Egypt, is it? Poseidon, tell me. And he said, Christ. It was about him, wasn't it? It was about Christ. And he said it was, yeah. We all escaped from Christ. And they said, we're just into something else in fucking Ra, is it? We're just not into that Pharaoh. Or with that belief system, we're Jews, they said. So we're getting away because we're a different religion, isn't it? Yeah, well, we're just leaving because we're a different religion. And they said, they're leaving. They're leaving because we're a different religion. They're leaving Egypt, you remember? You shouldn't follow them, you should just let them go. That's how it felt. And they said, well, he was gruff. He said, I don't know if I even said it was Poseidon, but that's how I had to invoke those things. But we were talking about the guys, and he said he's Jewish. He's Jewish, is he? He's Jewish, his name is Jesus. So we cared about Jesus, yeah, we knew about Jesus. They said, yeah, we knew about Jesus. And they said, we did actually know about Jesus. And he said, didn't know about Jesus. We're after Jesus. Moses there was talking to after, was it? Yeah, Moses, you're famous. Ruined the joke. I think we were making it up as a species at the time. I said, yeah, Moses, it's a long time after. They're really, really famous now. Just Moses, he said he was, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know if it's that holy. I had the tablets there. And he said, explain, well, for the sake of life and time, the soldiers were in, they were looking for Moses. I said, no, it's Poseidon, I thought it was. So Moses said, his name is Poseidon. For the troops, the soldiers, they're in looking around. He said, I didn't think, no, they're the soldiers, not the troops, are they? They're the fucking evil soldiers, he said. Evil soldiers